What's up, Nerdgenic Nation? Resident superhero nerd Aaron Waller here, and today I want to talk about the third installment of the Ant-Man series, and that's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, that just had a brand new poster and first look trailer dropped, and I want to talk about it because I have quite a few thoughts about that trailer. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. In Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne, along with Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne, explore the quantum realm, where they interact with strange creatures and embark on an adventure that goes beyond the limits of what they thought was possible. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Ant-Man, not that I don't think there's anything wrong with the character, but I don't really necessarily care too much for it. I've seen the movies, they are fairly entertaining. Paul Rudd is always fantastic, but I'm not exactly in love with him, and I don't think the MCU would really change so much if it wasn't part of it. But now with this third entry, things are going to get very interesting as we'll be getting the next big bad after Thanos, Kang the Conqueror, portrayed by Jonathan Majors. Although we did somewhat already get to see him in the Disney Plus series Loki, but he was never officially name dropped, never wore the Kang attire, and seemed to simply just be a variant of the Kang who will be the new threat in the MCU. So let's first start with that poster. To be honest with you, I actually kind of liked it. It feels like a refreshing poster that Marvel has needed quite desperately for some time. It isn't your standard floating head collage as a lot of other posters do, though I'm sure that the variant of this will come sooner or later, but this first poster very much gives me Honey, I Shrunk the Kids vibes, which considering the nature of the character of Ant-Man, I don't mind and I actually think is very clever. As for the trailer though, that's a little bit of a different story. The trailer has the Ant-Man team returning to the quantum realm after communicating with it and seemingly being sucked into it. From there, the trailer feels like it's a Guardians of the Galaxy meets Thor Ragnarok type of movie, with a lot of CG locations and all kinds of weird and wacky creatures that can be found within the quantum realm. They even seem to double down a bit with that Elton John track playing over the majority of the trailer. It just feels like things we've seen both within the MCU and outside of it with movies like Valerian, and considering how pretty lackluster that one was, I don't feel like I have a lot of hope with this one, but it could just be a personal thing. The real gem in this trailer though, and honestly probably the reason I'll even see this movie to begin with, is Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror, and see not only how brilliant Majors is, but also how this version of Kang will affect the larger Marvel Cinematic Universe and set him up further to be the big bad all the way through to the end of Phase 6. It's kind of difficult to pinpoint exactly why Ant-Man is the person to start with here, other than the potential connection that it was made back in Loki. But if it wasn't obvious enough, I'm most excited about Majors as Kang. So those are just my quick initial thoughts. Probably nothing groundbreaking from first glance, but we'll have to find out just how impactful everything in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is when it hits theaters in February of 2023. But now I want to hear from you in the Nerdgenic community. What did you think of this trailer? Are you excited for this movie overall, or are you just in it for Kang like I am? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos from me or the rest of the Nerdgenic team. And also be sure to give us a follow across all social media platforms at Nerdgenic. That way you don't miss out on any special news, announcements, or articles at nerdgenic.com. But in the meantime, if you want even more Marvel content from us, check out this playlist right over here. Or if you love comics like I do, check out this History of playlist, which includes Kang the Conqueror, where I give the comic book history of various heroes and villains right over here. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it, and we hope to see you in the next video.